Hola, everybody. What's up? Give it a like, thumbs up, share it out, and I'll wait and see if anybody's up. If not, I'll just talk about something and then end it. I'm only going to be on here maybe a half an hour of that. I'm tired. And I got homework. And if y'all see the thumbnail, I made homemade ceviche. Normally, when I go get ceviche, these people are charging between 20, was it like 20 and 20 and $25 for a pound of ceviche. I made ceviche for $5. Hey Tanya, what's up, baby? How you doing? Can you hear me okay? I made ceviche for $5 for the shrimp. All the other vegetables I had in the refrigerator. So you use cucumber. All is good. Job is good. Job is hella easy. For what I'm getting paid, I'm like, oh my God. It reminds me, I used to be a long distance operator for Sprint in my 20s. Easiest job ever, right? This is very similar. And I'm like, I'm getting paid really good money. We got a little bonus. Look, these people pay you to show up to work. Flatbed, what's up, y'all? They pay their people they give you bonuses just to come to work. I'm so weak. I'm like, she's like, oh Shannon, you gonna get a bonus. A bonus for what? I ain't been here but 4 weeks. She's like, it's not a big bonus, like $160. And so after Uncle Sam gets done with it, it's gonna be 45% of that. So it's gonna be like $88, right? But hell, it's $88 more than what I had, and I'm still catching up, right? From that whole 45 days of no work. So, and I gotta pay people back, but the big paybacks are gonna be at the beginning of the year. Everything else is gonna be later. Girl, say praise God again. Can you say it again? Everything, and then we got another bonus, which is our sign-on bonus. That won't be on this check, it'll be on the next one. And that's supposed to be like a $400 bonus. Yeah, that's what they do throughout the year. They pay people. These ninjas don't want to come to work, so they pay people to come to work. They give you bonuses. I said, I'm sorry, and they said, oh, go to the incentive. And the incentive is that if you show up to work, we give you bonuses because we do marketplace, the open enrollment for the for the federal government. I'm like, wait a minute, you pay me to show up and just answer these calls and help people walk through the application process. That's all I do. I help people walk through the application process. That's it. And so I'm just like, really? I mean, but in the classroom, I can tell you, I was shocked. Over 50% of that class was either late or calling out for a 2-week class. I'm like, and I'm just so discombobulated right now and everything. They do have some work from home that they offer every so often. I'm praying maybe I'll be one of the people to get it, because as soon as they offer me work from home, folks are strange, y'all. I'm loving the recluse life. I'm gonna unfortunately be a little bit like Grumpy. I don't really want to leave my house for too much. People are really freaking weird. And it's like, this is the most I've gotten out because I worked from home for the 2 years of COVID. And COVID is not over. People still getting COVID. I mean, it's probably not as bad because we got the vaccines and people have had it. So you have some people with immunities, but still, you can still get it. But I'm just really, I still say Jesus is coming. The number of people who are just freaking weird and the stuff they do, and I'm going to do it my way. I haven't been to Circle K a lot, right? But sometimes I'll stop at the Circle K now that I'm going to a job, and I'll go get coffee. The Circle K has really good coffee because it's fresh brewed right in the cup. They have a little grinder and it brews it almost like a Keurig, but nice and strong right in the cup. So I usually go to one over here by my house, but I was gonna stop at one of the at the Subway because I didn't feel like cooking I didn't feel like making a sandwich on. Well, no, I was not feel like making. My time was close because I woke up late. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to make a sub. And I had a coupon for Subway. So I was like, well, I'll go to Subway, but I wanted to. Hey, Jay, what's up? Hey, it's my bro. Hey, JCC Stroke. What's up, baby? Got his other name going on. Praise him every day. And right now, we need to really be praising him and stick close because Things is weird. Folks is crazy. There's a spirit. I'm gonna call it the spirit of Antichrist. He's tap dancing, doing the splits. He doing the Soul Train dance all through the world right now. Folks is crazy. That ninja is off the chain. Things are weird and people are extra crazy. I go to this Circle K that's not the one I normally go to. That's on the way to work. It's both of them are on the way to work, but I was going to take a different route because I was going to stop at a Subway. Y'all, I get in there. There's two people. There's an old lady getting out her car looking for something. I go to the coffee machine. It's nice and mellow. I'm old and mellow, y'all. I'm mellow. I'm 54. June, I'll be 55. I'm going to get my senior discounts, okay? I don't know what's wrong with people. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I don't know what's wrong with people. I go into the Circle K. I'm simply getting a cup of coffee. Within less than, I don't even know if it was 2 to 3 minutes. It was mad drama. All these little ninja kids, ninjas us, the black kids, come in, ghetto as hell, hair not combed. I can already tell they was hood. They walk in. Now the bus stop is also in front of here. So also God is showing me, because I've been praying like, Lord, I hope I made the right move. Because I have some people I think felt I didn't make the right move. And I'm like, Lord, I'm trusting you because what I'm seeing is that's not where I was supposed to be. Otherwise, things would have turned out differently. So, and where I'm at, I think is where I'm supposed to be because it's so peaceful. It's most folks done been there 20 plus, some 10, 20 years. It's not a hard job. It's easy. It's not even bad customer service. It's so simple. You just help people with an application. And you move on to and my calls can be anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. You're dealing with one person. And I'm really cool on the phone with people. So most of the people are like, what's your name? And you were so nice. And thank you for your help. They cool. And so by the time you do, like I said, a call can be anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. By the time I'm done with that call, my day go fast. At about, and I've been 4 o'clock to 12:30, but my shift is actually 2 to 10:30. But in training, I was 4 to 12:30 at night. So now I'll be 2 to 10:30. So from 2 to 6, I'm going to be busy. So for the first 4 hours of my day, it'll be steady. After 6 o'clock, child bye. It might be one call every blue moon. It ain't going to be no whole bunch of calls. My niece is sending me something through Messenger. Love you, niece, if she even sees this. So I get in, I do my little core job, but I go to Circle K, y'all. I go to Circle K. These little bad behind kids come in. Y'all got water cups? And I'm like, I already knew. So the lady at Circle K says, the water cup, the water cups are ice cups. She said, we took ice cups out over a couple weeks ago. We no longer do ice cups, meaning you can't come in there and just get free ice. So in the state of Arizona, I think it's a law that requires that if you're a business and you do any kind of serving of food or drinks, if a person comes in asking for free water, doesn't matter who they are, you have to supply them water. So if you have the capability to give them water, you have to supply it. I think it's a law here in Arizona, probably because we're a desert. This law goes back to cowboy times from what I understand. It's a very old law, okay? So restaurants, fast food places, they usually have water cups where you can get water or you can ask for water. Like if I go to Starbucks, I can say I just want a cup of ice or a cup of water, and they supply that to me without any questions. Homeless people, whoever, you can always get water or ice water, okay? These little ninja kids come up in there. They come up in there. First of all, one of them, he's so ghetto. They didn't have a water cup, so I guess I'm going to do what I want to do. I can't stand it. He goes in, takes a regular cup, tears it in half, and puts ice in it. And he's walking out the door eating the ice. Like, what the frick is going on? What's wrong with y'all? Then these other kids come in. They all walk in. They all walk out. Well, there's another man who was there when I walked in. So once all these bad behind black children walk out, this man, he might be Middle Eastern. He said, next time you might want to stop them because they stole a whole bunch of stuff, ma'am. And I looked at him, I said, she can't stop them because she worked for Circle K. I know part of the process because I knew people that worked at Circle K. They tell them, you cannot, even when I worked in retail part-time for Borders, If we saw somebody steal anything, the only thing we could do is call law enforcement. We were not to pursue them out the store. We were not. One, by doing that, it can get into an altercation. You don't know if that person is carrying, and the store is not wanting to risk that. They'd rather let them steal it and go on. So you don't know. And these little boys, you could tell they was bad. I'm like, what is wrong? What's wrong? Jesus is what's wrong. A lot of people need Jesus. They need Jesus. They need to be raised. It's horrid. It's just absolutely horrible what I'm seeing now. So they walked out. Then this black lady come in, and she was full of it. Talking about her daughter had come in there earlier and bought something, and she bought 2 lottery tickets, and one of the convenience people forgot to put it in the bag. So she fast talking because she wants this lady to give her another lottery ticket. So I know I'm like, I can't go to this Circle K. I walk out the Circle K, and there's 2 younger black males. One, I don't know if he was cuckoo. He making something with foil and sticks and plastic straws. And the other one sitting up there talking about, hey, ma'am, I ain't got nothing for you, bro. I ain't got nothing for you. I can't help you. I give to a ministry that helps with homeless and people who are coming off drugs, people out of prison. And my way of dealing with that is to give to that ministry because they're equipped. Their calling is to deal with that kind of behavior. I don't know who is telling me truth or lie. I didn't give you $1 on the corner because I don't know if you're telling me the truth, the lie, if you're able to work and you're just doing drugs and whatever else. And all I can do is pray for you and say, have God have mercy, because I'm not giving you $1 because I'm struggling myself. And I'm sorry, any extra dollars I give go to that ministry, and then I'll let them sort it out with the Lord's help. Y'all, this is I got my little heater going. I'm turning him off. So, yeah, it's been special, but people are weird. Like today, I should have went to the grocery store for a couple of things. My refrigerator's full, but I need Roma tomatoes. I got a sale on at the grocery store across the street. I'm probably gonna try to go tomorrow before I go to work. And I got some coupons for some stuff off, so I may go before I go to work tomorrow, and go there. That's the only thing I can think, because right now I'm just like. And like I said, I may go tomorrow. I have to pray on it. And go before I go to work. Yeah, I got up until the 15th, so I may go tomorrow. But folks is crazy. They're weird. They're just extra weird. And I'm getting to the point I don't even want to leave the house. I just don't. I talked to one of my old neighbors, and he's a retired truck driver. And I don't know, Larry's probably he said, because Joe is 66. So I think Larry, he said, I'm older than all of you, so I'm thinking he's older than Joe. So Larry must be in his 70s. But he was one of my neighbors, cool brother. And we talked today. But like today, I decided I'm gonna make ceviche. I didn't even go, I used to have a restaurant I go to. Because ceviche now costs, if you go get it, when you go in there, it's over $20 for ceviche. I went to one restaurant the other week, and I got what they call it. I think it's called the Torre or whatever in Spanish. It stands for tower. It's a bunch of seafood. So it has ceviche, shrimp, fish, octopus. I don't know what else. It has a whole bunch in there, and it's like a tower. It stands about like this, right? And then at the top, they have avocado, and they drizzle this sauce over it. Really, really good. Y'all, it was $29. It was $29. I was like, I thought it was 20. Hey, Rochelle, what's up, baby? How you doing? I thought it was like $20, y'all. It said 29. I'm like, this is cray. I can make this at home. So that thing of ceviche you saw, that was a pound of shrimp. I did a whole cucumber. I did I think 4 tomatoes. I did a whole purple onion. What else I do? I did about 4 or 5 limes to cook the shrimp. What else did I put in there? I did the minced garlic from Costco that's already chopped up, a couple tablespoons of that. Cumin. I did some lemon pepper seasoning. That's something I like. What else did I put on there? Salt and pepper. Mix it up, and I let the after that. Well, while I was cutting all the vegetables, the shrimp was cooking in the lime juice, and then I just took all that with the juice and all, poured it over, and bam! Oh, cilantro. And I'm thinking to myself, I made that all in less than 30 minutes, and most of that was just the chopping. So just cutting up the stuff was most of your time. Other than that, I made exactly what I get in a restaurant, and I made it for under $10. And it would cost me over $20 to get that at a restaurant. And it's fine, you go out with friends. But I'm starting to realize, y'all, we need to cook at home. I'm into the pressure cooker. Me and the pressure cooker are friends. Tonight I did cabbage, and I call it mystery meat. So when I bought meat on sale, I put it in the freezer, but I didn't label it. So sometimes it's in foil, and I don't know what the hell it is. So I took something out. I was like, I don't know what it is, but I'll defrost it and cook something with it. I thought it was ground beef. Well, I opened it up, and it was pork chops. So I seared those, and I had some sausage, some smoked sausage down below that I got on sale a couple of weeks ago, and I had a craving for cabbage. So I have 2 heads of cabbage in there. One of them is green. Well, 2 of them are green, and one was purple. I have a purple cabbage. So today I did my half purple cabbage, a whole green cabbage, onion, bell pepper, 2 jalapenos, 2 cans of tomatoes. What else did I do? Oh, diced tomatoes. What else did I do in there? And then just seasoning, lemon pepper, salt, pepper. I like red pepper flakes. I did some, what is that called over there? Garlic powder, onion powder. I did some turmeric. What else did I do? I did some paprika and cayenne. And I just put that in there and let it cook. And I had sauteed the 2 pork chops, cut them off of the bone. I kept the bone in there because bone has flavor. And then I just put this and just started putting stuff in, sauteing until it. And then I put the smoke and just let all that saute in the bottom. It created a little crust at the bottom. Poured what's that? What juice did I pour in? I poured a little water, and I poured the rest of the diced tomato with juice in. Got that, that crust off the bottom, whatever, when it cooks, it has a little crust because that's a ton of flavor. And then I start putting the onions and the bell pepper and the jalapeno in. And then I start putting the cabbage in, and it came out good. And then I made some cornbread. I just had some Jiffy Mix. I didn't do nothing homemade. And I've been trying to use the air fryer, y'all. Me and the air fryer, we haven't been friends. I'm like, what? It's okay. But I think it's the air fryer I have. So Ninja has, and I'm a big fan of the Ninja brand because I have a Ninja blender. Ninja has the Ninja Foodie, which they have right now. And it's a pressure cooker, dehydrator, air fryer. It does a bunch of stuff, like 10 different things. Well, they're going to have it on Black Friday. I might get one because I love my Instapot, and I've been watching recipes with the air fryer. But I think I need that one. And my half sister told me the one I got was too small because it's just like you can't do too much with it. But I just had some little dishes, and I've made my Jiffy cornbread, and I put 2 little round, about like that. And I put it in there, so I was able to do like little rounds and it came out good. So it's just learning what to use the air fryer for, but my air fryer is just an air fryer. It doesn't do a lot, and it's not big. So I'm going to clean it up, and I think I'm going to donate him to Goodwill, and then I think I'm going to get the Ninja Foodie because it will give you the air fryer and the pressure cooker together. And that's more of what I'm looking for. Or they've got one on Amazon that's almost like a toaster oven. So it has like a toaster oven. It has a convection, but that's all air fryers, a convection oven. It has everything but the pressure cook part, and it also comes with a rotisserie. So I might do that one as well. I'm leaning. I don't know, but I know I'm a pressure cooker person. I love the pressure cooker. All right, so let's talk about some stuff. I ain't got nothing really big. I see y'all are doing good. Y'all tell me how your weather is, and then I want to know how y'all felt about the elections. I'm not asking you, did you vote? Because I don't care whether you did or didn't. I believe voting I believe that's your right. You believe you can vote, you don't have to vote. I don't judge people. And even if you don't vote, you may have things that you wanted to see. It is what it is. So what y'all think about the election? Arizona, my state, it looks like we've gone more Democratic. I think they call us a purple state because we have we've always been more of a Republican state, but we now have a Republican governor, a Democratic governor coming in because I think that chick beat that whatever Lakes chick, and she used to be a newscaster here who, Carrie Lake, and God, thank God. I actually was happy she didn't win because she was coming with the Trump drama, and I'm like, I'm so tired of hearing that man's name. I'm like, God bless him, and I know the baby is cool, cray cray, but I'm tired of hearing about him. I'm with Michelle Obama. You done. Go sit down somewhere, bro. Go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. Now, if the Lord has for you to come back and be a president, then He'll open that door. But right now, I just really need you to sit down because you're on my nerves. Yeah, it was a lot of people thought it was going to go. I guess a lot of people didn't know what power Trump was still holding with his rhetoric over the Republican Party. And you do have a segment of the Republican Party that are still very tied to his rhetoric, but they didn't know how strong those ties were. And I believe that what we saw in the results actually told where people are at, and they're over it. I also was wondering if people, because some people weren't even believing, we're still believing that the elections were rigged. Flappy said, I was looking for fuel. He's too funny. A lot of people were still thinking, and we'll come to that in a minute, that the elections were rigged from when he went in before. I did not believe they were rigged at all. I mean, it's just too many different states coming up where he just didn't win. And I just didn't believe it was rigged. I appreciate Pence for what he did, even though him and other Republicans for so long supported the wacky craziness of old boy because they wanted the power, they wanted the position, they wanted they wanted their positions, they wanted that power, they wanted the Republican Party, and they got behind craziness, and the result was what we saw happen with the Capitol. Because you cannot back crazy and not expect massive craziness not to happen, which is what happened. So I'm happy to see that as well. Yeah, they're finally doing that, but they weren't really doing. See, that's where I have problems with them. You're gonna all of a sudden out the blue. Now all of a sudden you see that he ain't holding any power. Now all of a sudden you're gonna turn on him. They too wishy-washy. If you're gonna stand with old boy, stand with him to the end. If you're gonna jump off the cliff, please jump off the cliff to the very end. My aunt has a saying when she would teach students: she said, if you're gonna succeed, give it all you got. If you're gonna fail, give it all you got. And whatever you do, give it all you got. And in my opinion, she's right on money here. You guys were backing him when you felt he could get you and have you power. It's too schizophrenic to me for them. Oh, Tanya said 48 here. I ain't mad at you, Tanya. Like I said, I'm just going to say it's going to be what it's going to be. And we're going to get through it how we're going to get through it. With God's help, you're going to get through it. We got through Trump. And, I'm going to say he's probably one of the worst presidents, in my humble opinion, we've had. But we got through him. I'm hoping he don't get back in. But, again, that's in God's hands. And if he gets back in, there's a reason for it. Again, there's things, even though I may have liked aspects of Obama, there's things about Obama I did not like. Things that he put into law that I do not agree with. There were things that Trump did that I didn't agree with, but he had a few things that I did. So I think that, and not that he was doing it on his own, I believe that a lot of it was guided things that he did in order to keep positions and power and people on his side. And unfortunately, folks went along with his madness. And we saw the results of that with pink people hanging off the sides of buildings and doing stuff that I would be like, what the hell? When did they release the cray-crays and the ghetto white folk to hang off the Capitol? I'm just, it was mind-numbing because you just was like, what the hell? But I'm happy they did not do as well. But at the same time, I see some things coming. Like, I guess they said that the abortion rights was one of the main things. I'm not a proponent for abortion. I do not agree in abortion. But I got a right. I got to believe you got the right too. But you got to answer for it. I would be someone who would vote against it. I wouldn't vote for it. But if you want to vote for it and you want to go for it, fine. I have a problem where women are starting to tell me that abortion is a freaking form of birth control. I am so blown right now because I'm thinking keep your legs closed is the best form of birth control. I'm thinking that if you do lay down with somebody, he need to be wearing something and you need to be taking something. So I have a problem with this new belief that this is birth control. I can't. It's insanity to me. But yeah, so that's one of my disagreements, and so I'm not a proponent for it. But I am happy that a lot of the people who were that Republican thought process that Trump has did not get in office in several states. And my state, I guess, was a deciding factor. Mark Kelly, I like him. His wife was Gabby Gifford. And a lot of people, because they do not have a long memory of history, she was a senator herself. She was shot in Tucson and suffered a lot. And so I know that she has some brain stuff going on. And he has stayed with that woman. And then he went into office. And I think really to kind of take on her mantle. And he seems like a fair dude, and he works with both sides of the aisle from what I've gathered about him. He goes Democrat as he does his thing, and he was I'm talking about, astronaut. So he got back in. The dude he was running about, the dude he was running, a Blake Masters dude, that dude was like Trump and then something. He was weird. I think he did an interview talking about, I think it was Dahmer or it was the craziest interview with somebody that he kind of looked up to. It was weird. Dude was weird. He said stuff that was so weird and off the cuff. I was like, something wrong with you. But he's very indicative of some of the stuff that I'm seeing now. Like I said, folks are weird and crazy. Weird and cray-cray. Just really weird and cray-cray. Folks are just strange. Even going to the store now, I'm just like this. I'm like, Lord, thank you for the flow of income, because we going back to Instacart. I'm getting ready to get my Instacart and my Walmart. Walmart's another one. I can't even go there. I can't go there. I have to be desperate to go into Walmart. I'm gonna get Walmart delivery. I can't. I don't care what I need. I can't go to Walmart. I get it delivered. I pay $20 extra. Woo! They even got the Instacart. They got where they'll deliver from your 99 cents on. Only store I'm feeling the love. Yeah, I don't even know if Oz. I think, I really believe again that a lot of people were aligning themselves with Trump in order to think that aligning with him was going to get them into the position. What I was concerned with, because the American public has been so flipping weird, and the racist and other banter rhetoric from that Trump mindset has been so prevalent, and a lot of politicians, I think they were looking at that as what was going to be important, and then they also were touting all the inflation. I'll be honest, everything financially that's going on now, it would have happened doesn't matter what president was here. It's just like when Obama took over for Bush. Under Bush, we were already in trouble because of 9/11 and all the other stuff that happened. We were bouncing back from too much, a housing market. So when he came in under drama. It didn't matter whether Bush would have sat in that office or anybody else would have went in. You're gonna have that financial drama. COVID has hit not only us, but the world. WORLD, hard. And financially, not only our country, but other countries are suffering the repercussions of this. America, we're so self-centered, self-focused that we think financially it's just us. No, homie, go look at Europe. They're struggling. Look at all these other countries. Everybody's struggling. Prices of everything is high as hell. It's not only here, but it's only about America. We don't give a damn about anybody else. Well, no, sweetie. It's expensive in Europe. It's expensive in Canada. It's expensive across the world. So we can't, this self-centered focus on us, we're not the only ones going through this. It's a worldwide drama. And, some people, oh, Russia, I don't know what Russia got to do with fuel, but okay, if you want to say so. I always thought our fuel came from the Middle East, but I'm not going to get into that drama, because you could be shooting smoke up my butt because of whatever's going on. To me, we got a bunch of greedy fuel people. That's what's going on right now. And just like a lot of stuff going on right now, we're raising the cost. Some people are raising the cost because they realize everything's in flux and greed is ruling. Greed is ruling on a huge freaking level. So you got a lot of people who are greedy as hell, and they're gouging the public. And what they're doing is they're creating it and it's rolling downhill and it's coming back to us. It's just like they know they're going to have to pay higher taxes on stuff. Oh, we're going to roll that right down to you guys, which is one of the reasons inflation is so high. The ones on top, I still want to get my big check. So just roll that cost down to the little people. Instead of letting the cost be this, and they'll still get paid. They're not going to starve or go hungry, but it's greed. But God got answers for that. When you like that greed, those kind of people, every dog got his day. Every dog. I don't care. It's going to come. If not in this life, it'll be in the next one. You gonna have to answer for that. But it's everywhere. This is not just us. So when you talk about the fuel, one of the things, and I agree, fuel is expensive. But one of the things is that people were trying to put that on old boy. It's not about him. In general, I don't care who was in that office. Cost, inflation, all this stuff was going to happen regardless. Regardless. In some form or fashion. Because of greed. And corporations, like I'm still, people on top, I'm still going to get my money. I'm still going to get my bonuses. Money rules a lot of stuff. It rules a lot of stuff. And, people look at money as a solution. I was talking to a friend tonight, and he said that he has a friend who's very wealthy that he went to high school with. And he says, when I talk to him, it's just so much about him, and money, money, money. And now he's, saying that money was not the solution. That's why I said, that's why when you called money a blessing, money isn't always a blessing. Money is good to be used for what it's supposed to be used for. But people think sometimes that having a lot of money is going to be a blessing. And that's not always the case. Money can be a curse too. Especially depending on where your heart is in conjunction with it. That's the thing. A lot of people, like I was talking to somebody and they think that, no, I'm going to get this job after I get through school making $100,000 a year. Oh, okay. I know people that went for those kind of jobs, they get into them and they're absolutely freaking miserable. Bringing home big money. I was watching a young lady on YouTube, and I was watching about tiny home, and when she started talking about she Airbnbs tiny homes, she was a project. I forgot what she said she did. I forgot what she said she did for a living, but she said she had a 6-figure salary, and when she left the company, people thought she was crazy. She said, but what I do now is superseded, and she says, and I'm not tired, I'm not burnt out, I'm not as stressed. Right, because money is not always the goal. If I have what I need, I am content. There's money that will help and it'll help you get there. And I'm not saying being broke is great neither. But what I'm saying is that when you worship and you want to be, I need to be a multimillionaire. Oh, okay, that might come with something. I would have loved to win the lottery. And like I told people, you would be shocked because I'd help a whole bunch of people around me that I'm close to. And I would say, what do you need to retire? Now, I might set it up in a trust or where the money is dispersed because I didn't trust that they just might run through it. And I'm going to tell them this. Don't come to me asking me for nothing else. And I'm not being mean. I'm being real because usually if you give people a large lump sum of money and they don't know what to do with it, they go through it and they, I went to do this, that, and the other thing. And I gave you $1 million some odd dollars and you mean you going through it and now you back here for more? I can't help you. I can't do nothing for you, man. So when you look at that, I'm just I see things differently. Let me read what we got going on. Yeah, and Oz, like I said, I'm not shocked. And Oprah's not, I don't think she's Republican, obviously black in America. I don't know, I think she probably leans more Democratic. I'm a liberal, mine is libertarian, and that's not that I'm liberal on everything. I just like liberal because it means I can vote on both sides of the aisle. And it means that I have my own mindset in conjunction to stuff. And it means that I'm going to make my own choices. Not liberal in the sense that I'm liberal about everything, because I am not. I'm actually more conservative than I am liberal. But I like it because it gives me voting rights on both sides of the aisle. I like it because I can think outside the box. and I'm not just in a party line. And I like that because the parties right now, both sides irritate me. Both of them. One of them doing way too much, and the other one, well, both of them is doing way too much in different areas. So I'm gonna just say that y'all doing too much. Y'all doing extra. Let me see what we got. Y'all forgive me, and I got homework to do, so I ain't gonna be on here too long. And I am gonna put some cooking videos up. I'm gonna look at Amazon for, I need a tripod that goes over the stove, but I actually do a lot of preps at my desk. So what I may do is figure out how I can do the video, like a short video of what I'm doing. Like today was, it pretty much was, I probably should have taken some photos of what I cooked in the Instant Pot. I pretty much just seared the pork chops in there. Then I seared sauteed, however you want to put it, the smoked sausage. While the smoked sausage was searing, I was chopping up the pork chop into cubes, and I put that back in with with any bone from the pork chop because it has flavor. And I put that in there and let it saute on low with the smoked sausage. And then I chopped up the onion, I chopped up the bell pepper, I chopped up the jalapeno. And then I dumped that in while it was sauteing, and then I start cutting up the cabbage. And then there was already, I seasoned the pork chop, and so whatever seasoning was in there, I did that, kind of helped with anything else. And then I start putting in the cabbage, and I had it on, I think it had on low saute for a little bit and kept just, or it was high, it might have been high saute. And I put in the crushed tomatoes in some water, and that created a little juice, and then I just kind of put that in, and I put it on a 1 minute pressure cook. And I kept opening it up and just stirring, so it didn't even ever get to the 1 minute because it builds up in temperature. But yeah, it came out really good. And a lot of what's going on, and I just did that, and I've been cooking from home. With the exception, like I said, I stopped at Subway, and I still got 2 half of subs because there's a buy one get one coupon. I don't know if I'll take them. I got a tuna sub in there, and I got a teriyaki chicken sub. And I was real cautious on chicken, y'all. I had to be reading because the bird flu was bothering me. But I guess they put in place things to test the birds and stuff to make sure they're not transmitting that to our plates. And, is it 100%? I don't know. But I just say you got to cook everything well done. It's supposed to not, bird flu is not supposed to transmit to humans. It can, but it's supposed to not. I just cook everything real done. And I don't know, we're supposed to, Joe, me, and Linda, and a friend of mine, Larry, who's a neighbor of mine, we may all go out next Sunday. I don't know where we're going. I have to figure it out. And other than that, I'm just chilling. Like I said, the job is easy. This is like when I was a long distance operator, made good money for an easy job. Folks didn't know how to dial the area code and the number. So I placed calls, and I still laugh about that today because that's when I look at my Social Security, you can get the little Social Security thing on where your retirement came from. And when I looked at a good chunk of my money that I made in my work life, and a lot of money I made at that doing it as a long distance freaking operator, because people couldn't dial one area code and number, and I had to place their calls for them. And I got paid good money. I mean, almost money like what I'm making now back in the 80s. Because people couldn't dial one plus the area code. Woo! And this is almost the same way. I just help people with applications. A little bit more. I think it's a little bit more because it is a lot more information. So reading through. So people want to call and just say, hey, can you go ahead and do the application? A lot of questions. I deal with people from different countries who are coming here, or different ethnicities who may not understand English as well. So I enjoy it. I'm really shocked on it. And I might go, they have where you can do double, which is what they call dual. You can do Medicare and the marketplace part. So I may end up learning the Medicaid part because it pays extra money too. But yeah, it ain't. And I get differentials. So if there had been a later shift, I would have went. But the latest one they had was 2 to 10:30. So yeah, I'm pleased. And I don't know, I may go to something. I don't know if I go 4 to 12 or if I go like a 3:30 or 4 to 12:30 or if I go like 3:30 to 12, which is something I'm leaning towards. If that opens up. For now, 2 to 10:30 is fine. Um, so I have to head out. I usually head out about an hour and a half early to get to work. So 12:30 to 1:30. I'll head out about 12:30. So I'm gonna try to get up between 10:30 and 11, get ready, and then head out. Grab a coffee on the way in, and then get set up. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's it. But yeah, and I work Monday through Friday, so that's nice. What I do miss is the 10-hour shift because having that third day makes a difference. The 3 days off. So if I could get like Saturday, Sunday, and I don't know if I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday would be good, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's actually that's even better. I like having a good weekday off. So I'm not sure yet. We're going to pray on it. We'll see. Anyway, y'all, what else we talking about on here? I'm trying to think what else is going on. Grocery costs. Me and my friend Larry talked about that today. Like I said, I'm pretty much, all I need is fresh stuff. And my goal is to get back out there and start trying to get my little garden going again. I gotta get some some netting. And then I'm gonna get, they're called landscaping stakes. So I'm gonna get some netting, put that up, and I think I'm gonna use tomato cages, get that wrapped around the tomato cages and put that down with the lettuce. And then get my lettuce growing again. Well, flatbed, you hear me yawning? I'm getting ready to get my butt off of here. You be safe on the road. Love that drive. I love the drive to Utah. Utah is gorgeous. Trying to think. You going I-40. I-40 coming in. Okay. I'm trying to think in Utah. There was a truck stop I like going to. It's near the Walmart DC. They got a brand new Love's too right there as you come in Utah, Salt Lake. But there's a Walmart DC, and there's a little truck stop that's not too far from there that I liked going to. And they have a little sandwich shop. They used to have these, and I'm not a huge dessert person, but they have these little Utah-based company desserts. I can't remember. I know I'm gonna see them. Good as a mug. One of them is like a butter cake. And it's something from a Utah recipe. I think it's like one of the Mormon dishes. Phenomenal. And you could get them there, and I would get a couple of them. And then they had sandwiches. What else? And then that Love's. I used to like that Love's, that brand new Love's they put out there. Good showers. And I forgot what restaurant is that Love's. It's like, one of the fast food places. I'm a Subway person. When I was driving, I like Subway. And me and Larry were talking about that a lot because he said he's been retired, but he hasn't gone to a lot of restaurants here in Arizona. He said because he was over the road so much that he was coming in. He probably was taking lunch too. Larry is very thin. He does a lot of walking. And so we talked a little bit about that. Matter of fact, I talked to him today. So Sunday, we're going to hang out because he said he's like, yeah, getting a little lonely. You retired, you get lonely. You got to find something to do. That's one of the reasons why, if the Lord bless, if we are here that long, I don't know if we are going to be here, and I am able to retire, I really want a truck and an Airstream. And or some kind of RV, and I want to travel. I don't want to just sit in your house sleeping. I would like to go to camp, RV, and go see places. Find something to do. Just sitting in your house doing nothing don't make sense to me. And for whatever reason, I don't know why I think that's more prevalent among men. When they retire, they just sit at home and do nothing. It's weird to me. I can't. Y'all know that's good. Dean Hardison, remember him from, I forgot what the school show was. It's a show called Moonhaven. And it's a sci-fi show, and I actually like it. It's on AMC. I watch the whole season. I just play it because it's nothing on. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. I can't say I'm going to be on here next Sunday. It'll probably be the Sunday after. So maybe every other Sunday I'll try to come in. But I hope y'all are blessed. I'll see you and put some topics down, something you want to talk about. This week I didn't really have much to talk about. I just was like, let me go and check in, and we'll see how y'all did. Thought about the election part, because everything's pretty much going to stay, I think, pretty much as is. I don't think anything. You've got that Herschel Walker thing in Georgia. They did admit that the Republicans, when they got them lines were drawn, it did help them keep some of the seats or get seats, like that whole thing with Stacey Abrams out in Georgia with that, because that was some shady crap that happened with them Georgia votes when she was going. Now we can talk about that. He did some shady crap, and they made sure, based on what happened, they immediately start redrawing districts. Florida, Georgia, some of them did some stuff. They're like, the ninjas and the Mexican folks, y'all, no, we ain't gonna have it. So that's not anything new. That's a very old racist tactic. It ain't new. But yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off of here. If you guys watch this later, give us a like, thumbs out, share it up. Peace, 2 and 2. Dems have the Senate. See what happens with the House. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. But the Senate really rules everything anyway. Anyway, peace, y'all. 2 and 2.